imagine a tree, and on that tree we have as many branches as we want to have. So we, like a tree, we have these branches, and we have as many branches as we want. And on every branch there's a purpose statement. And if you have 1,000 branches, you could have 1,000 purpose statements. Each person creates the number of branches they want in their tree. They could have 5 branches, they could have 10, and they could have 5 today and 100 tomorrow. It doesn't matter, but filled with these purpose statements. And then as we get to the roots of the tree, that's where we find what I'm calling our soul purpose. And it's the purpose that sustains all the other purposes. And what I like to share with people when I do this type of workshop, when I do this type of teaching, and for those of you who don't follow me, please follow me at David Samuel Strauss, because I have a lot of content actually around purpose on my page. And it's all accessible and available to you. But what I say about this is that the soul purpose is the set of words that trigger the most expansive feeling inside of your body. And they trigger a feeling that's so expansive that it helps hold up the tree. And it's not connected to your vocation. It's not connected to what you do in the world. It's tethered to what you do, meaning what you do extends from it in some way, but it's bigger than that. And why is that important? Einstein said you can't solve a problem with the same level of consciousness that created it. So let's substitute the word consciousness with the word awareness. You can't solve a problem with the same level of awareness that created it. Or you can't solve a problem with the same level of inspiration inside of your body than that created it. The more expansive we feel inside of our body, the more aware we are, the more we can see. So what I also tell people is, and this might be the most important thing that I tell people around soul purpose statements and purpose statements. And so what I'm talking about regarding a soul purpose statement, the soul purpose statement, it's meaningless. It's absolutely meaningless. How we choose to imbue meaning into our words that trigger the emotion, that trigger the feeling, that trigger our recognition that we are part of the oneness, that's the most important thing. So whatever we can do to support that tree of all the purpose statements, whether it's meditation or listening to music or jogging or working with somebody on their way of creating a soul purpose statement, right? It's just about how we go into that feeling. And when we use this tool that I call a soul purpose statement, it's a tool, and if we practice it and if we use it and if we bring it into our body, then it's a tool that we use to remind us to create that most expansive feeling. But if it's equal to what we do in the world, and, you know, for example, I love being a dad. And if my soul purpose statement was equal to me being a dad, if I have a rough day being a dad, then I have nowhere to go to be able to figure out how to solve that rough problem that I might be having. I've run several tech companies. If my soul purpose statement was equal to who I was as a CEO and I hit a bad day as a CEO, where do I go? I feel stuck. So I need the more expansive feeling inside my body. And that's why I call it a soul purpose statement.